Right, I'm going on a lockdown hike, starting from our house, Linden Park, and there'll be regular stops for filming. There's our house. That's lovely, isn't it? And going down the road, there's a church in the distance. There's the church and the pub, the King's Arms, not open at the moment in lockdown. We're turning the corner here onto the old A66, and in a moment we're going to turn left up a muddy track. This is Temple Sowerby Bowling Club and the doctor's surgery, the health centre, and here's the muddy track. Bits of ice still. We've had snow and ice recently, but it's a nice sunny afternoon at the moment. Well, we've come up the muddy track. We're now on the footbridge crossing the A66. How busy is it today? It's looking west towards the Lake District. One car coming from the west, coming round. It's looking east towards Scotch Corner. Very quiet. Perhaps people are behaving themselves in lockdown. Well, we're now at the top of the steep bank above the River Eden. It looks pretty full today, the river. We've had 2 consecutive days of rain earlier this week, and there's quite a bit of snow coming off the hills, melting snow, so the river looks quite full just now. I'm going to follow the river along there for a mile or 2 now. This is what's left of the old railway bridge, the railway that ran from Penrith to Kirby Stephen East. On the other side of the bridge is way over there. Used to go diagonally across the river, quite a span. There is a footpath here that takes you down to the footbridge over the river, and then there's a path along the other side of the river that you can follow, but I'm going to stay on this side of the river because it's nicer. Here's a bridge over the old railway. There's the old track in the muddy mess down in a cutting. And there's the bridge. This is the old Temple Sowerby station, now converted into a fine looking house. The railway opened in 1902 and finally closed in 1953, I believe. Lovely. We're crossing a little footbridge over a ditch and coming up to the nicest bit of the river in our location. Lovely grassy bank where sheep safely graze in the summer, and we're heading for the Ooze and Stand Bridge in the distance there, and I'll show you the river. It's whooshing along at quite a rate. There it goes, heading west eventually into the Solway Firth, the River Eden. We're now approaching the bridge, the Ooze and Stand Bridge. Lady walking this way with dog. Dog's just been swimming in the river. Very brave of the dog. Quite a current flowing. Anyway, we're going to walk along to the bridge and over the bridge. Right, we're just crossing over the bridge. We'll go along a little way to see if the Aussie the owl is in residence. We're coming up to the tree where Aussie lives. I'll keep this rolling, see if Aussie's there. Oh, there's people approaching, that's a shame. Anyway, we'll still have a look. Oh, there he is, yeah. Aussie's there. Aussie's there. Don't frighten Aussie away. There he is, or she is. Can you see her? Try and keep this phone still. I'm going back over the bridge now and heading towards the snowy Pennines, which are covered in cloud at the moment. We're not going anywhere near the Pennines, but we're heading in that direction. There are some grey and dark clouds approaching, so maybe in for a bit of a soaking. There's evidence of the recent rainfall. We have a rainbow. It is nearly a whole rainbow. There's the left-hand edge. Goes up into the clouds. There it goes. There's the right-hand edge. Is there a pot of gold at both ends? Don't know really. I'll have to look into that. We're on a bit of a brow of a hill. I'll show you the view. We've got the Lake District Fells in the distance over there with snow on them, and then coming round, nice green fields. There's the rainbow. We're going just down that bit of a hill in a moment, and over there's the other end of the rainbow and the Pennines, and we've got Knock Fell just behind that chimney with smoke coming out of it. Then Dufton Fell, and right over there with lots of snow on it, Merton Fell. We've been up there twice. Well, Rose has been up more than twice. It's a fine view from there, Merton Fell. Right, this is a little road junction. Temple Sowerby is 1 mile that way under the old railway bridge. That's the short way back to Temple Sowerby, but not done enough yet, so I'm heading towards Kirby Thor up that lane. It's about a mile from here to the A66 where we cross. Well, it's raining now, but there's a bit of a clearer view of that's Merton Fell. Moving round Merton Pike, sorry, and then we've got Dufton Fell and Knock Fell, and that's the British Gypsum Works that's issuing the smoke or the steam. Now we turn the left turn and we carry on along that lane to the A66. We've just safely negotiated the crossing of the A66, and now going over along this footpath that crosses a couple of fields to get onto a lane called Priest Lane. We're reaching the end of the little footpath that crosses the fields and coming onto Priest Lane. If we turned right, that would take us to Kirby Thor, but we're turning left and heading back towards Temple Sowerby. There's a car coming, we're going to wait. We've just trod in a puddle. Priest Lane, and there's another rainbow. There it is. Is it going? Yeah, it's right up there. Goes up quite high. And there it is, the other end of it. There's a wide view. This is the junction of the old Priest Lane with the old A66. I'm going to turn left along here for 100 yards or so to show you an historical feature. And here is that historical feature, a genuine Roman milestone. This tells you all about it, this notice here. Right, heading back down the old A66, past the junction with Priest Lane, into Temple Sowerby, about half a mile from here. Right, we're back in downtown Temple Sowerby. There's the maypole. Big, isn't it? It's a maypole, and this is a stone. John Wesley preached from this stone in 1782, and he said, "The world is my parish." It's on that stone there. It's a preschool and the school. So we're now going to wander through the village, past the village green. This is me, by the way, walking through the village of Temple Sowerby. Hello. Signpost for the moss. The moss is basically just a bog. In fact, after all the rain, it's probably just a lake at the moment. Horrible. The church. It's the village hall over there, which joins onto the pub. Children's play area, and over there you can just see the top of the goalpost on the little football pitch. This is downtown Temple Sowerby, the heart of the village. I'll just do a 360-degree sweep of the village. It's quite nice here. There's the football pitch. There's lots of houses. A lot of them join on to one another. It's really interesting. Church there in the distance. Row of cottages coming round. Big house here. This is where our friends live. Simon and Carol. We see them walking their dog. We're back home. A good walk of some 5.62 miles. A showery day, but nice bright interludes, lots of them.